Scarface may be a film about a crime lord, but at its core, it's a story about the human condition. A cautionary tale about the dangers of losing ourselves in the pursuit of our dreams. As you walk away from Tony Montana's story, ask yourself, what price are you willing to pay for the world? The world is yours. These were the words that echoed in the mind of Tony Montana, a man who clawed his way up from nothing to build an empire. But what happens when the dream becomes a nightmare? When the pursuit of power becomes a descent into madness? Today, we're diving into the explosive final scenes of Scarface, a film that not only defined a genre but also serves as a powerful commentary on the dangers of unchecked ambition. Stay with us as we unravel the rise and fall of Tony Montana and discover the deeper message hidden beneath the blood-soaked. We begin at the peak of Tony's power. He has it all: money, a mansion, and an empire built on cocaine. But as we know, with great power comes great paranoia. Tony's life, once filled with ambition and dreams, has now become a fortress of isolation. Tony's world is crumbling. His relationships are shattered, his mind is clouded by drugs, and the very empire he built is starting to collapse. The isolation we see here is more than physical. It's the isolation of a man who has lost his way, consumed by the very power he sought. In Tony's story, we see a warning, a reflection of what can happen when ambition blinds us to the things that truly matter. How often do we chase success, only to find ourselves alone at the top? The betrayal that seals Tony's fate comes not from his enemies, but from his refusal to compromise his last shred of morality. When Sosa asks Tony to kill a journalist with his family, Tony refuses, unwilling to cross that line. This decision, while morally right, sets off a chain of events that leads to his downfall. In the world of organized crime, loyalty is as fleeting as power. Tony's refusal to bend to Sosa's will is admirable, yet it also reveals the harsh truth. In this world, there are no good guys, only survivors. And in the end, survival comes at the cost of one's soul. Tony's stand reminds us that sometimes, holding on to our principles can lead to our downfall. But what's more important, success at any cost, or staying true to who we are? And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, Tony's final stand. Surrounded, outnumbered, but not outgunned, Tony Montana faces his enemies head-on with nothing but sheer will and firepower. This scene isn't just about action, it's about Tony's refusal to surrender. Even as his empire crumbles around him, Tony clings to the belief that he is invincible, that his sheer willpower can overcome the inevitable. But as the bullets rain down, reality strikes with deadly force. Tony's last stand is a stark reminder that no matter how powerful we become, we are all vulnerable. In life, as in Tony's world, arrogance and pride can be our undoing. In the end, it's not the barrage of bullets that kills Tony. It's a single shot, from behind, delivered to skull. The irony here is palpable. The world Tony thought was his has rejected him. The statue that once symbolized his dreams now marks his downfall. This is the ultimate tragedy of Tony Montana, a man who had it all, but lost everything because he could never see the limits of his own ambition. The world may seem ours for the taking, but in the pursuit of power, we must ask ourselves, what are we willing to sacrifice? Tony's story teaches us that success, without balance and integrity, is a hollow victory. To fully appreciate Tony's story, we must understand the world that shaped him. The 1980s were a time when crime lords, like Tony Montana, captured the imagination of the public. They were seen as symbols of success, defiance, and the darker side of the American dream.